If you've been feeling a buildup of tension, both physically and emotionally, especially the kind that accumulates when you're pushing too hard, you're holding it all together, or you're moving out of alignment with your deeper rhythms, this practice is for you. We'll be moving with the liver and gallbladder meridians, which govern movement, vision, direction, decision making. And when these channels are stagnant or overworked, we can feel tight, tense, irritable, or off center, especially in the hips, inner thighs, the side body, the shoulders, and the neck, and the muscles and tendons in general. This is a more active intermediate practice, so make sure to listen to your body and pause or modify as you need. And if you want more of a warm up for this practice, or if you get into this practice and it feels like you'd prefer something that's a little more gentle, but still focuses on the liver and gallbladder channels, use my floor-based sequence that I'll link in the description. And so let's just take a moment to land in the body and set an intention to move not from force, but from alignment. So let's begin this practice in child's pose. You can come to the back of your mat for sitting on your heels and letting your hips be heavy into your heels. You can take the knees out to the width of your mat if that feels better for you. You can keep them in for child's pose, whichever you prefer. Keeping the hips into the heels as much as you can as you extend out into an extended child's pose. Walking the fingers out, letting the forehead rest down. Feeling length come into the spine and into the waist. Letting your breath settle into your belly. And letting yourself ground down, drop in and center. Now take your left hand over to the left side. Walk your right hand over to the left side as well. And keeping your right hip grounded down into the heel, release your head down. Let the right shoulder move away from the ear. And feel this opening through the right side of the body into the gallbladder channel. You can let the breath move into the right lung, into the side ribs. And then you can come back to the center and take it to the other side. Taking the left hand as far over as it will go, and then releasing the head down, drawing the left shoulder away from the ear, drawing the left hip back toward the heel, feeling an opening and lengthening through the left side of the body. Feeling the breath move with the diaphragm into the belly. And then coming back to the center. On your next inhale, come forward onto your hands and knees. Bring your knees hip width apart if they aren't already, and tuck your toes. Now bring the knees up and take the hips up and back into downward dog, keeping the hands and feet where they are. And just warming up a bit, you can move side to side. And since we're focusing on the gallbladder and liver channels, you can feel into the sides of your body, through the sides of the hips, taking the hips side to side. You can feel the lifting up through the inner thighs. You can move the shoulders a bit, move the head side to side, feeling into the gallbladder channel, through the neck,
tops of the shoulders. And now you can bring about an 80-degree angle with your left foot. Step your right foot between your hands. So we're setting up for Trikonasana. So in this variation, you're going to keep your right hand on the floor to the outside of your right foot. And from there, take your left arm up. So pressing down through your right foot, pressing down through the outside of your back foot, and lengthening out through the waist. Now bend through your front knee. We'll come straight back into a reverse warrior, reaching up and back through your right arm, actively opening through your right inner thigh, opening up through the right side of the waist, the side of your right ribs. And now we'll come into an extended side angle, taking the right hand to the outside of the foot, extending through the left arm, through the left side of the body, pressing down through the outside of your back foot. Now you're going to bring your top arm down, lengthen through your front leg, turn your right toes in. We'll come into a Padottanasana, so you can set up your feet so they're lined up. And take your hands, lining them up between your feet. If they don't reach, that's okay. First, just releasing here, releasing the weight of the head. Now take your hands behind you, interlace the fingers, work the palms toward each other, and move the arms away from the back. And you can move the shoulders on the back. Feeling a lift up through the liver channel, through the inner thighs, through the outside of the legs, through the gallbladder channel. And I'll release the arms down, bring the torso so it's parallel to the floor. And taking your left hand so it's underneath your nose, and then just take it a little further to the right side. Take your right hand onto your lower back, so your lower back remains flat under your hands, and begin to twist. So moving the left ribs down, the right ribs up. Staying active and lifted through the legs, grounded down through the outside of the feet. And as you're ready, you can take your right arm up, drawing the shoulders into the back and lengthening through the waist and feeling this mobility through the thoracic spine, so through the ribs, how the rib cage can move here as you're stable through the lumbar spine, through the lower back, through the hips, through the pelvis. On inhale, look to the floor. Exhale, release. You can take some weight into your hands, come up onto the balls of your feet, bring the heels in, and we'll come up to squat, taking the hands onto the thighs, moving side to side. And now you can press one hand into the inside of the thigh, moving that shoulder in the opposite direction, and take it the other direction. So again, we're creating length, space through the gallbladder channel, through the sides of the body, opening up through the liver channel here, through the inner thighs. And now you can bring your hands into prayer, and you're going to take your weight all the way over into your right leg, extending out through your left leg. If this isn't available to you, use your hands to support you. Maybe you have to bring your weight forward, maybe you're on the ball of your foot. Now with the hands in prayer, if you have this available to you, you're pressing the arm and leg against each other, and you can open up, pressing your right arm against the leg,
Now bring your top arm down. You're just going to rotate, coming onto the back ball of the foot, taking the right foot to face the side of the mat as far as it wants to go. And coming straight up into a twist, reaching up through your right arm. Again, feeling the mobility of how you can move through the ribs and really through the spine, running through the rib cage. So therefore, the thoracic spine. Now bring your top arm down. We're going to come into pigeon, bringing the right knee forward, extending out through your left leg. And first, just letting the hips square out as much as they can. So feeling an opening through the front of your left hip, as well as the external rotators through your right hip. And from here, you can take your way forward. And perhaps you're just on your hands. Perhaps you're all the way down, the head rested onto your hands. Whatever option you want to take. Perhaps you're just on the forearms. Whatever variation you're in here, as you feel an obvious opening through your hips, let your upper body soften. Soften through the belly, soften through the shoulders. You can swallow, making sure you're relaxed through the jaw. And then you can come up to the center, swing your back leg around and cross that leg. Then bring your right leg over the left way. Flexing through the ankles as much as possible, rather than kind of being long through the ankles, getting deeper into the hips, into the gallbladder channel in particular. Lining up the knees with the ankles as much as you can, and then beginning to take your weight forward. You can rest onto the elbows. And if you want to take it further, you can take the hands out, keep walking them out, and bringing the forearms down onto the floor. Wherever you are with it, this tends to be a very challenging posture for a lot of people. I never really got into the external rotators until practicing yoga, and it took years to open up in this way. So being gentle with yourself, and using your breath as a tool. To create space where there's tightness, and if it's really intense, go elsewhere in the body. Soften through the shoulders. Soften through the jaw. Swallow, soften and relax through the tongue and throat. As you're ready, you can come up. Continue crossing your legs. Working on lining the knees up with each other as much as possible, lining up the heels with each other as much as possible, laying the weight balanced through the hips as much as possible, and then taking your left arm up, rotating through that arm so the hand faces back, bending through the elbow, letting the hand rest there, taking your right arm out, rotating so the thumb rotates down, bringing that arm behind you, bending at the elbow, getting a hold of the fingers if you can, getting a hold of your shirt. If you have a hold of your fingers, see if you can get a hold of your pinky fingers as well. And you can take a little dance through the head, the neck, just making sure that your neck is released and long. Your left shoulder is drawn down into the back. And now you can press your back into your hands. Just naturally draw the belly in, lengthen through the spine. And from there, you can begin to fold forward. Just feeling that your right hip can continue to move back. Your weight can balance through the hips as you release into this posture. As you're ready, come up, release the hands, take some circles with the elbows to circle and move out through the shoulders. From here, you can just take your weight forward, come onto your hands, step back into a plank. First, just breathing here in plank. And let's take a chaturanga and come into an upward dog. Take a few breaths here. Moving side to side. And from here, come back into downward dog. And we'll take the sequence on the other side. So take about an 80-degree angle in your right foot. Step your left foot between your hands. Have your left hand flat onto the floor to the outside of your left foot. Extend through both legs, so you're strong and active through both legs, and then take your right arm up. Lengthen through the legs as much as you can by activating through the quadriceps, lifting up through the inner thighs, and lengthen out through the spine, lengthen out through the waist. Now bend through your front knee. We'll come straight into a reverse warrior, reaching up and back through your left arm. And you're actively opening through your front inner thigh. Keeping the legs the same, just come forward into an extended side angle, taking your left hand to the outside of your front foot, extending through the right side of the body. Pressing down through the outside of your back foot, moving your front leg toward your arm, drawing the shoulders into the back. And now bring the top arm down, lengthen through your front leg, turn the front toes in, and bring your right foot so it lines up with your left. You can press down through the outsides of both feet and release into Padottanasana once again. Now change the interlacing of your fingers as you take your hands behind your back. Work the palms toward each other, lengthen through the elbows, lengthen through the arms, and move the shoulders on the back. Now let's just take some figure eights, so you can bend through one knee at a time. You can take figure eights through the spine. You can take figure eights through the arms, through the shoulders. And now release the arms down, bring the torso parallel to the floor, and take your right hand so it's to the left side of your nose, down onto the floor. Bring your left hand onto your lower back. And feeling that your lower back is stable under your hand, begin to move the right ribs down, the left ribs up. And to do so, you need to be long through the waist. The ribs are moving away from the hips. As you're ready, take your left arm up. Feeling into the side body, lifting up through the legs, lifting up through the inner thighs. And inhale, look down. Exhale, release. You can take some weight into your hands to come onto the balls of the feet, turn the heels in, come up to stand in a squatted position. Shifting your weight side to side, taking the hands onto the thighs. And as you're doing this, you're feeling that you can support the spine with the belly. The tailbone is moving down toward the pubic bone, really strong through the pelvic floor, really obviously strong through the inner thighs, but also strong through the glutes, where the gallbladder channel runs too. And feeling this relationship between liver channel, gallbladder channel, how they work together. Once again, you can shift side to side. Maybe it feels a little different this time. Maybe not. Now bring your hands into prayer. You're going to take it all the way over into your left leg, wherever you can take it. Ideally, your left knee is lined up with your second toe. And if it isn't, you can bring your left toes in. If you feel balanced here, you don't need the hands on the floor, which if you do, that's totally fine. But if you don't, press your left arm and leg against each other and open up through the chest, extending up and out through your right arm. Drawing the shoulders into the back. As a way to increase this mobility through the thoracic spine. Now you can bring your top arm down and pivot. So you're coming onto the back ball of the foot, rotating your front foot out toward the side of the mat, bringing your right hand flat onto the ground, and reaching up through your left arm. And you can move a little bit here. So you're feeling how much you can extend through the spine, lengthen through the waist, and move through the rib cage, out through the arms. Now bring your left hand down. Come into pigeon. And first, just centering here. So you feel an opening, lengthening through the front of your back hip, as well as an opening through the outside of your left hip. And staying balanced through your hips as much as you can begin to take your weight forward. As far forward as you want to come. Onto the hands, onto the forearms. Bring the forehead all the way to the floor, wherever you are with this. Letting the breath move into the pelvic floor, into the hips. And softening through the ribs, through the shoulders, through the jaw, through the temples. And then as you're ready, you can come up to the center. You can sit over into your left hip, swing your right leg around, cross the legs, and then bring your left foot so it's over your right knee. And we're gonna work on extending through the heels, so we're flexed through the heels. The knees and heels are lined up as much as possible, opening through the hips more than through the ankles. And once you feel good here, you can begin to take your weight forward, if that's available to you. You can rest your elbows onto the leg. And if you have it available to you, you can walk the hands out even further. Perhaps you can rest onto the forearms and soften into this wherever you are with it. Letting weight move back into your hips. Letting your breath move into the pelvic bowl, helping to open up the hips. And then you can come up to the center. Now continue crossing your legs, coming all the way into Gomukhasana. So working on lining up the knees and lining up the heels with each other as much as possible. And then you can take your right arm up and rotate through the arm so the hand moves back. Bend through the elbow and let the hand move back. Take your left arm out, rotate so the hand faces back, the thumb faces down, and bring the arm in. Get a hold of the fingers if you can, otherwise take a hold of your shirt. First, just feel into this opening through the shoulders. Now, if you want to take it further, you can begin to fold over your legs. And keep reaching up and out through your right elbow, You can press your upper back into your hands to help send weight back into your hips, lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the waist. And come to the center. Release the arms and just take some circles with the elbows through the shoulders. Shaking it out. Now, and from here you can take your weight forward, coming onto your hands, stepping your feet back. First, just coming into plank. Let's move through chaturanga and come into upper dog once again. Moving a little bit side to side, however feels good for you. Drawing the shoulders into the back. And from there, come into downward dog. Just feeling through your body here. On your next inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen through the spine into an Ardha Uttanasana. And just breathe here, feeling this active opening through the back of your body. And on exhale, release into Uttanasana. Shake out the head, yes and no. Feel this opening through the back line. Letting go of any stress through the body, through the nervous system. And now you can bend through your knees. Take your hands behind you to support you. As you come to sit, take your arms out and slowly roll down through the spine, coming onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest, hug your knees in. Letting yourself soften here. So the shoulders releasing into the floor, softening through the folds of the body. And softening through the joints. And now let's take the knees out wide and take a happy baby, taking a hold of the outside of the feet with your hands. Now, if you want, you can begin to lengthen one leg at a time. If you have it available to you, you can lengthen through both legs. And if that is available to you, you can hook the big toes with your index and middle fingers. It's opening through the liver channel and letting it be relaxed. In happy baby, still opening through the liver channel. And then you can bring your feet in, bring your knees back together, and from here, make your way into Shavasana. The heels to the width of your mat, the feet dropping out to the side. Gain the shoulders into the back, the arms extended out, the palms facing up. Your eyes are closed. Just handing any holding over to gravity, into the earth. This kind of holding that creates tension. Holding on to thoughts, onto emotions, holding on to memories, even holding on to plans, just letting them go right now. To let yourself center and ground. And let go of tension. Resting into trust in the support of the earth, and trust that everything is working out for you. And let your practice integrate here, emptying out your nervous system and letting go of anything you no longer need to hold on to. If you'd like to keep learning how to support your body and your nervous system, especially when mindset work hasn't been enough for you, I'd love to invite you to download my free somatic starter kit. You'll find that link in the description below.